Last week, we talked about the first section of Colossians. Paul is bringing the people's attention back to the gospel. Paul believes and sees the gospel has power to live within us. Now he's going to start hunkering down on what that means. And he starts off with one of the most amazing theological passages about who Jesus is. Let me read it to you. Colossians chapter 1, verses 15 through 24, I believe. He is the image of the invisible God, Jesus, the firstborn of all creation, for by him all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him. And he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. And he is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, and in everything he might be preeminent. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross. And you who were once alienated and hostile in mind, doing evil good deeds, he has now reconciled in his body of flesh by his death, in order to present you holy and blameless and above reproach before him, if indeed you continue in faith and stable and steadfast, not shifting from the hope of the gospel that you have heard, which has been proclaimed in all creation under heaven, and of which I, Paul, became a minister. Paul wants us to understand that it's all about Jesus. That the gospel that he speaks of, the gospel that has power, is Jesus holding all things together. But sometimes in the world that we're living in, it doesn't feel like all things are being held together. On Sunday morning, we're going to dive a little bit more deeper into that idea. How is Jesus holding things together? How is Jesus, through the gospel, holding us, knitting us together with our God? If you want to hear more about it, come on out on Sunday.